Namaste and welcome back to my channel Astronauts. Today I am going to talk about self-employment. It's been so long since I posted a video, so what I did is I prepared a lesson. I have prepared some notes from my astrology class and I have included certain points from my personal research and consultations also. Talking about self-employment. In my youth, it was very difficult to make money. The careers were limited, but nowadays, after the introduction of IT, the career domain has been expanded so widely. People can easily find out some or other way to make money legally. Even if artificial intelligence is being introduced, I truly don't think it will take out almost all the careers, because the world is expanding, the knowledge base is expanding, and people can easily get a job these days. And the horoscope, even if Vedic astrology is being invented lakhs of years back, our horoscope can easily tell us where to find a career from, whether it is from a technical domain or non-technical domain. Apart from that, our horoscope can also say whether we have the destiny to have own ventures or self-employment. Earlier days, people used to stick on to one career, government job, teaching or engineering. But these days, even if we are working in certain offices, like I work in IT, even if I am working in IT, I am partially doing astrology. Likewise, we have a lot of options to find extra money by investing time into self-employment. But if we want to have a big business, like setting up big companies, we should have strong planetary combinations in our horoscope. Still, all of us will have the options to make money from some freelance projects, contract projects and all that. In today's video, I am going to talk about those planetary combinations which offer strong self-employment opportunities that for long term. I have seen so many people today, they start dry cleaning company, tomorrow they will shift to beauty business, day after tomorrow they will go into IT business, finally they will lose everything. And it is not wise to start a business without taking an expert advice. If you are not a follower of astrology, you should go to a consulting agent whether you to realize whether you have the skill to start a business. Or if you are a follower of astrology, then things are very easy for you. Your horoscope will tell you whether you can have an own venture, self-employment. First of all, if you want to have an own venture, a very successful own venture, like there are people who invest money for short-term business. Then people invest money for huge projects, finally they lose everything. The long term is very important. You are starting a business not to shut down within 1 or 2 years. You want to run that business for a long time so that you can get the profit back, the investment back, to get the profit and to invest somewhere, multiply that income. So for that, you need to have a very strong horoscope. First of all, you need to check your Lagna. Your Lagna should be strong. Your Lagna should be having aspect, placement of or conjunction of positive planets. Now, you should understand from chart to chart, from Lagna to Lagna, the malefic and benefic will change. For example, for Aries, Venus is a malefic planet. It can be a benefic according to the placement, aspect and conjunction. For Gemini, Venus is a kind of positive planet. So you should understand whether your lagna is strong or not. Then you should also know whether the lagna lord, sun and moon are strong. They are not debilitated. Even if they are debilitated, they have a kind of Nijbhanga Raja Yoga, not connected to 6, 8, 12 and 3rd house. Okay? Any Nijbhanga Raja Yoga which is connected to the 3rd, 6th, 8th and 12th can create problem. So the second condition is that the sun, moon and lagna lord should not be debilitated. Lagna lord should not be in retrogression. If there are any debilitated planet among this group, they should have Nijbhanga Raja Yoga, but that Nijbhanga Raja Yoga should not be connected to the 3rd house, 6th house, 8th house and 12th house. Then, if there are many planets from 7th to 12th house and 10th to 3rd house, if majority of the planets in your horoscope are from 7 to 10 and 10 to 3, 7 to 10th house and 10 to the 3rd house, then you will have a lot of opportunity to start business as your career. Still, these planets should be strong, should not be combust. See, combustion can take place in various levels. If the combustion is 20 degrees apart, that is not a combustion. If they are closely combust, like, for example, Mars and Sun, if they are 1 degree combust, or Venus and Sun closely combust, that close combustion. So always you should check the degree for combustion. So if there are maximum planets between 7 and 10 and 10 and 3, this is an indication that you can have a self-employment or a business. Then there is a condition. Let me take out my spectacles. Another condition. Sun, Moon, Mars and Rahu, if they are influencing lagna lord, 10th house, 10th lord, it shows you will have the independence to make money through self-employment. Why Sun, Moon, Mars and Rahu? These planets are known as Purna Paramatma Amsha. You can see that. What is this Amsha? You can see that from Paldipika and Brahat Parashara Hora Shastra. If you want an explanation about this Purna Amsha and Jiva Amsha, I can give that. Okay, but in this video I am just limiting that to this sentence, like Sun, Moon, Mars and Rahu, if they are connected to Lagna Lord, 10th house and 10th lord, that can show the chances to be in business or self-employment. Then if Saturn influencing 10th house and 10th lord, that also shows the chances to be in self-employment. See, these conditions doesn't show that you will only work in self-employment, but you can be working in an office, but you can also have like moonlighting kind of scenario. That is like you will be working in an office and you can have a business also. Then another condition, the 6th house. What is 6th house? 6th house is service. Then the 6th house and 6th lord should not be stronger than Lagna. When the 6th house and 6th lord is strong than Lagna, that means your personality. What is Lagna? Your personality, your strength to conduct a business is less. So you have to be in service, because 6th house indicates service. In that scenario, you should focus on working for somebody else. Then Dhana Yogas. The more the Dhana Yogas, the more chances to make more money. And the Dhana Yogas between Dhana Yogas formed by second house, 11th house, 5th house and 9th house, that shows the growth of money will be more. There are various other Dhana Yogas, but if the Dhana Yogas are between the second house, 9th house, 5th house and 11th house, especially the 5th house and 11th house are for business. So the second house is connected to 5th house, 11th house and 9th house. Why 9th house? 9th house indicates bhagya, luck and collaborations, good collaborations also. And if you want to have an expansion of your business, you can get foreign collaborations, because 11th house and 9th house also indicates foreign collaborations. So what I said is that if the Dhana Yogas are connecting to the 5th house, 9th house and 11th house, the chances to make money from multiple sources, working with a company and having a business, is very strong. Then placement, aspect and conjunction of third house, third lord. What is third house? Third house is a very important house for business, because third house indicates our courage, self efforts, our parakram. When third house and third lord, it is having a placement, for example, third lord in the 9th house, but it should not be a Parivartana Yoga. Third lord should be in the third house, or 9th lord aspecting the third house, or third lord aspecting the 9th house. And similar connection between 10th house and 10th lord. That means third house and third lord having placement, aspect or conjunction with 9th house, 9th lord, 10th house, 10th lord. It shows the chances to have a business, especially when third lord is in the 5th house, third lord is in the 11th house, third lord is in the 7th house. You have the chances to have a business. But there is a yoga in astrology which is called Kala Yoga. It is a Parivartana Yoga. Okay, that Parivartana Yoga is occurring between third house and second, fourth, 9th, 5th, 7th, 11th. When there is a Parivartana Yoga, exchange of these houses, then that is a Kali Yoga. You should not misunderstand that with Kahala Yoga. Kahala Yoga is different and Kali Yoga is different. Kali Yoga forms when the third lord having a Parivartana or exchange of houses with good houses. If that is there, then there will be challenges in the business. Then the Dasha system. See, everything happens according to the Dasha. Even if you are a person who follows astrology, you will understand that major events in your life, major or minor, but for the sake of understanding, let me tell you, major event. For example, take your marriage. Your marriage must have taken place during the Mahadasha or Andadasha of 1st lord, 5th lord, 7th lord, 9th lord, 10th lord or 11th lord, or in the dasha of the planets placed in these houses, or in the Mahadasha or Andadasha of Venus, or in the Mahadasha or Andadasha of the planet conjunct Venus, or in the Mahadasha or Andadasha of the planet which is placed in these houses, or in the Mahadasha and Andadasha of the planets which is conjuncting, aspecting these houses, or in the Mahadasha and Andadasha of the Navamsha Lord, Navamsha 7th Lord and Navamsha Venus, Navamsha placement according to the Venus. So the Dasha is very important. For example, you are running the third lord Dasha and your third house shows, third house placement shows that you can have a business. So during the third lord Dasha, you will think about business, you will try to start a business. If the promise of business is not there, you will spend money without getting any profit, because you are destined to lose that money. If you have a promise to have a successful business and your 11th lord Dasha running started, then you will start a business, you will have profit, Now after the 11th Lord Dasha, you are getting the Dasha of Dursana Bhava Lord. Suddenly, for example, 8th Lord, suddenly that time there will be up and down in the financial in the profits, because 8th house indicates sudden changes. If the promise is not strong, suddenly you will shut down the business, or suddenly you will have to go through, take loans to improve the business. And if the 8th lord is not pleasantly placed, you will have to shut down the business. So you have to check all these things. In addition to that, there should not be any Dainya Parivartana Yoga. What is Dainya Parivartana Yoga? Dainya Parivartana Yoga is the yoga which is formed between the exchange of 6th, 8th and 12th lord with the progressive houses. Then there should not be in Arishta Yoga. Arishta Yoga also shows poverty. Then the moon should be very strong, like moon should be very strong, means moon indicates the mental strength. If it is in a kind of Sonmadaga yoga, that is a yoga which shows mental instability. So in order to have a business, your mind should be very strong. If your mind is not strong, for example, Sonmadaga yoga, there are so many Sonmadaga yogas. For example, one Sonmadaga yoga is moon and Saturn conjunction in the 12th house. So if such yoga exists, then there will be chances to lose money in the business. Then there should not be Bandhana yoga. We can see so many people running successful business. For example, Naresh Goyal of Jet Airways, we saw like he is in the prison because his business went through a lot of irregularities. He conducted a lot of irregularities. So he is in the prison. But he had a successful business, Jet Airways, for a long time. But at some point of the time, he had to leave the business. Now he is in the jail. So the thing is that Bandhana yoga for business people, many are defaulters, many people make a lot of financial arrangements, finally they land in prison. So you should make sure that Bandhana yoga is not existing, because once we are into the business, we are under pressure, like we should conduct the business, we should carry forward the business, because we have taken a risk by pawning our land, our property and the jewelry and everything. So we are under pressure to conduct the business through whichever means we have. So check whether the Bandhana yoga is very bad. There are very bad Bandhana yogas which shows like the person will surely go to jail. In such case, you should not conduct business. So these are the certain parameters to have own ventures in your horoscope. I hope you understood this. I'll come with another video very soon. Until then, bye-bye.